it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest podcast. And trust me, you've seen many podcasts. Are your hosts, Brad Daniel and the legend himself, Jason.
Yo. Yeah. Here. I didn't get that one right. Yo, what up, guesses? It is I, Bradley, as always, the host of the Gas Bros podcast. And I'm joined by my arch nemesis, my brother. And always, Daniel, what up?
Yo.
Hi. And yeah, as the title suggested, it's the legend himself, Jason, man of many words.
Yep.
You had to think about that one word.
Yeah, I had to think about that one. What's happening, gentlemen? How's your weekend been?
I'm a bit tired.
Daniel, you went to a party last night, eh?
No, Marley did. She didn't come home. Stayed out all night.
The nerve of the woman.
No wonder you're dressed like that. You've been slapping her around all day, haven't you?
I got the wife beater underneath.
Someone remind me after this. I'm going to actually upload this whole one to the YouTube channel. So people that want to actually see Daniel's Pablo Escobar shirt, then head on over to the Gas Bros Studios on YouTube, and you will see it in all its glory. Let's start off with the UFC. It was a great card today. Jason missed it because apparently he was out living life, getting sunburnt.
At the beach looking at titties. Let's not leave it off the podcast.
He went down to Swanbourne, the local nudie
telling
beach.
his missus, "You can't believe the nerve of these girls with their tops off. Oh, have a look at it. Just look at them."
Seriously, look, I'm looking at them.
Do not avert your eyes.
You can have a spy camera down there. That's exactly what I said.
Vanessa, I am not looking at them to check them out. I am looking at them in pure disgust. And there is no way that I am taking mental notes of each individual titty.
I could not describe the areolas.
Don't ask me if she had a mole to the left of her areola, because I don't know. How do I know that there was a mole there? How do I not know there was a mole there?
She should really see a doctor about that mole.
Vanessa, I am concerned. I am concerned for her breast titties that she might have the cancer.
It just wasn't jiggling like the right one was.
I don't know, Daniel. You missed the first knockout, but have you seen any videos of it? UFC
Yeah,
23, we're talking about.
Yeah,
how good was
I've seen it. Yeah, it's pretty good. He had him pretty good. He's just because he grabbed his leg, he just seen his head open and just clean punched him just straight. He's so clean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but yeah.
He was just like finishing him off with like just pure backhands.
Yeah. It was like playground fighting, you just sit on top of the guy, give him a few like side punches. And then he does the worm again.
But it was a much more controlled worm. He didn't do. He went to do the big drop, and then like went, oh, wait a minute, and then he lowered himself down, and then did a sick worm anyway.
I think the biggest difference now is I think John Kavanagh's having an effect on him now. He's actually fighting a lot different. He's not as crazy and ridiculous. So he's going all right. It's good for him.
Yeah, no, John. I mean, like obviously John Kavanagh, with everything that like he did for like Conor McGregor, obviously, but
heaps of fighters. He's a great coach.
Fighters.
Yeah,
but it was good win for Johnny Walker. Good, I think that's 2 in a row now for him.
Yeah.
And that was what he's 2 fights with John Kavanagh. What are they called?
Yeah,
SKG,
it's
SKG,
SBG. Yeah. So and it's a light division. Like he could easily get there, like another win, and then straight in there. So it's not a deep division.
let's bounce. Yeah, because of the light heavyweight. Let's bounce straight to that main event with Jamal Hill versus Glover Teixeira. Yeah, and like you said,
tattoos. I thought someone finally took Brock Lesnar's worst chest tattoo ever. That Jamal Hill or whatever.
He's got the
thumbs, the two thumbs, like they say, like friends. It looks so stupid. That's so much worse than Brock Lesnar's. But anyway, he tore Glover. He put everything onto Glover. Everything he had, he just threw at him.
They could have. Someone should have thrown their towel in.
That cut was vicious.
Yeah,
that was great.
But I've got like a thought to myself. I was like, man, with Johnny Walker, he literally could get one more win and have a crack at Jamal. Especially there's nothing left in that light heavyweight division.
Prohaska comes back and then fights Hill for the title. Whoever wins that, there's not very many other challengers. So if Johnny Walker came out and does a crazy fight or a good knockout, he's right there.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe Johnny Walker fights Blaskovich or the dude that Blaskovich drew with the Russian.
Yeah, so wasn't Blachowicz pulled out not long ago as well or something? Or So there's a couple fights that they could make, but it's not deep. It's anyone's game. Like that, anyone in that top 10 is 2 fights from a title, which isn't many of the divisions aren't like that.
That's the 205 division, isn't it?
Yeah, light heavyweight. Yeah.
How come it's so light now? Because back when I started watching UFC, everyone was 205.
It was the best division,
yeah. It was, yeah.
I think it just
everyone fought at 205. That's why.
I think it's
John Jones era. It's crazy.
I think it's just like life really ebbs and flows. So once all those Rashad Evans, Rampage, Chuck Liddell,
Forrest Griffin, they all get older, and then there was nothing left because the two baddest divisions was 205 and
185.
Wow, no, not really 185. Heavyweight back then was pretty good.
Heavyweight. Well, that's what I was about to say. Is every division goes up and down. How crazy was heavyweight back in the day with Velasquez, Carwin, even Lesnar, Mir. It was crazy. Now you look at heavyweight now, and there's no like John Jones is coming back, and now the heavyweight's going to be the division that goes up. I reckon light heavyweight's on the down because John Jones has left it. All the top contenders, DC era was it was a pretty good era for a while. What's his name as well? The one that fought Jones. Blanking on his name now. Gave him a good fight.
Gustafsson.
Yeah, Gustafsson. Yeah. He was dominant for so long as well. You just couldn't get past him to get to the title. The division was stacked, and now it's not.
Imagine the Gusto of about 15 years ago in the division right now. He would be the John Jones of the division.
You wouldn't touch him. There's no one's
you wouldn't
close.
touch him. No one would be close. But that's just I think every division was sort of like that. Because no one really gave a shit about the lightweights.
Yeah,
for a while they weren't even
featherweight. None of them.
They weren't even in the UFC. So it just ebbs and flows. It'll right itself. But at the moment,
welterweight was crazy with GSP and all that, and then when Woodley, that was a down sort of era for a bit, and then it was.
And then obviously it's picked back up again.
It's got the fighters there.
And what's his name? You could say the same with middleweight with obviously Anderson Silva and everybody. He had a challenger every few months, man.
Yeah.
But where Izzy just ran through the division. But that's the thing.
That's why I reckon middleweight was so crazy for so long because Anderson Silva was so dominant for so long. But there were so many challenges.
Did you see Alex Pereira warming up with Glover Teixeira?
No, not on the pay-per-view. No.
So about 2 minutes before the walk-ins, they showed him training with Pereira, and he stood over Glover. He's 2 foot taller than Glover, and he was just blasting kicks into him. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man! He should jump up and fight Jamal.
He could easily go up.
He wouldn't even have to cut weight.
No.
But we'll touch back on the heavyweight a bit later. So the next one. And Jessica Andrade absolutely just used that other chick as a punching bag.
187 Lauren Murphy.
Yeah.
She destroyed it. Wasn't even close. That was just a demolition. But then I don't know, who does she fight? Wei Li? I don't know. that division's a bit of a mess, I reckon.
Yeah, it's that one was the good one as well, and now that one's dried right up as well. And then we obviously Gilbert Burns got a much needed win. Quite surprising actually. Neil Magny's usually a stoic sort of dude, man. I thought he would have put up a bit more of a fight than that. But it was like first
Burns
takedown.
is just so good at his like grappling and his wrestling and BJJ.
Yeah.
Shit. Like he's insane at it. He just doesn't use it as enough. If he uses it again, he'll be even better.
Yeah, the only shit thing for Gilbert, I guess, was obviously Leon and Usman getting re-signed to do number 3.
Yeah, I think so.
So there's not like that's why I think yeah. No, it is confirmed.
It is confirmed. Yeah. Okay.
I
don't know. If you notice, he looked different too.
he did. I noticed that too.
He looked more athletic and slimmed down a bit, and not as like punch heavy. He used to look so swole, and now he looks a lot leaner.
He called out Kobe Covington too.
Yeah, but and then afterwards he's like, "Oh, he's a cool guy. He's super cool."
Yeah.
That's what he said in the post-fight interview.
Yeah.
That'd be a great fight.
That fight makes sense. Yeah,
I reckon Colby smashes him. He's
what Colby needs is obviously maybe fight Gilbert while he waits, and then just hopes Leon Edwards takes care of Usman again.
Because even if it's Colby versus Gilbert, that's sort of besides like Hamzat coming into it. It's sort of like a number 1 spot fight unofficially, Like if they didn't have anyone to book, it would definitely be the winner of those two in a fight. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then obviously the co-main event was Moreno versus Figueiredo for the 4th time, and to be honest, man, it wasn't even close. I don't even think it was close.
No, well, I can't believe the judges. They said afterwards the judge gave it 2 rounds to 1 those first 3 rounds, but they said the second round they gave to Davison. But I don't see how. I don't know. Maybe I have to watch it again. But I think this is a clear thing of more of Davison struggling to make weight, and then him also being 35. So this is a guy Moreno just entering his prime versus a guy who's on the backside of his prime. And the weight cut probably plays a big part. He takes a few hits and doesn't seem to handle it.
But that was the crowd went mental because they thought he got poked in the eye, and that was the way it finished. They were throwing shit at fucking Moreno. Have you seen the footage, Jason?
Yeah.
No, I'm just seeing the bits where they reckon they don't need a 5th fight now.
Yeah, no, it's clear.
Technically, and he said
he stopped him. He stopped him twice. Where Figueiredo, Davidson beat him it was a draw, wasn't it? And then he sort
draw,
of
and a decision, which was he won, but it could have gone the other way.
Yeah, if you gave it to Moreno, you wouldn't have been mad. But as he was running out, he had to get covered by security, Jason, and legged out of the arena because they were just
I'll look that up later.
Yeah, they'll just bottling him and shit.
Once he gets in, he just starts laughing though. They don't.
Yeah, he laughed. It was funny. But I'm not too sure how far that division goes. I don't know who'd be next for him. So it's because he just finished. He actually stopped Cara Francis.
Cara
Francis. Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a few killers in the division, but I don't know the division that well.
That's not So Davidson's moving up to bantamweight, and who's the champion of bantamweight at the moment? Oh, Aljo.
Yeah.
Aljo. Yeah. So interesting.
That division's pretty. That's.
Yeah, I know it's going to be hard for him. He's going to have to go up there and take some heads off to be noticed. I think. But that's UFC 283. I think is UFC 284. Is that John Jones and Cyril Gane?
Did you see? No, I don't know. I don't know the numbers. Did you see though the two? I just wanted on the UFC today. The 2 brothers that debuted and they both won.
Oh no! Who was that? Were they in the undercards?
That was that guy that did that insane knee knockout.
Oh yeah.
And then the other brother got a submission, so they both got a finish.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's the first time that 2 brothers have debuted and then both got a win. Obviously, probably doesn't happen very often, but still pretty cool.
I just had a quick look. UFC 284 is obviously the Perth card.
which is not even as good as what it looked like initially. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's not as flash, but coming up. That's sort of like the second week of February, so it's a few weeks away.
Yeah.
We'll do it like
2 weeks.
We'll do a bit of a breakdown on the Friday night of it anyway.
Oh yeah, next week, because it will be the week of the fight anyway.
Yeah, and then obviously I think it must be UFC 285 then. Yeah, it is. So UFC.
Is there any other fights on that card?
That Bo Nickel is fighting.
Oh yeah.
He's
I
on
like him.
So he's fighting Jamie Pickett.
Yeah.
And then obviously
This is the Jones card, in March.
Yeah.
Is it about March 2nd, is it, or something? Or
March 5th.
5th, yeah.
And Derek Brunson's versus Duplessis. He's the South African, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's going to be a tough one. What a crazy turn of events for the heavyweight division. Was it last week? With obviously Francis Ngannou walking out on the UFC, not being able to come to an agreement with the contract.
Cream, Jason? Cream, he reckons.
Yeah.
Everything around.
Cash rules everything.
A few fighters are like that now, aren't they?
But
yeah,
like,
there's more money out there.
Yeah, what did they offer him? 8 mil.
Don't know what they offered him, but
I'm pretty sure.
Couldn't come close to one boxing match with Tyson Fury.
Honestly, yeah, he could make 30. Like he
could make 50 plus, I reckon. With sponsors, with everything else, with that Tyson Fury, like it'd be the biggest fight. It'd be bigger than, I reckon it would rival McGregor Mayweather for like pay per view.
Yeah, Tyson Fury will drag it out, but
yeah. Well, he reckons in a cage with 4-ounce gloves, just
I saw that.
But like, you got to do a proper boxing and like make it, make it legit.
They're not used to the weight of the gloves on their hands.
I don't. Yeah. When it comes to him, I don't think it matters.
Nah, that size.
I reckon.
Nah, but I think he started in boxing.
Yeah, but I don't reckon he's got the stamina now.
No, I reckon Fury would beat him, but I'd pay for that fight.
I'd watch it.
Pay for that for sure.
He does little jabs like body, head, and then by the 5th, 6th round, you're fucking knackered.
Yeah, that was exactly what happened to Conor, and that's why Jake Paul always fights him, the dog.
But yeah, Jake Paul won it is a part of the reason though that like people like Ngannou can go elsewhere. Like this whole age of social media and YouTube box, all that crap, and like exhibition boxing from Mayweather and everyone. It's an option now if you're that big. If UFC aren't going to go, we'll give you, your share of pay views, whatever it is. They're not going to cover it. He can go fight for 25 minutes and make, $40 million.
Yeah, I know. Like he could easily, and he's got the name to do it too.
Yeah, heavyweights for some reason, and I think it's from like back in the days with Ali and all that. But they just seem to draw attention from even just people that aren't even fans of boxing. Like if there's a huge heavyweight fight, you'll hear people talking about it. Yeah, they don't have a clue who the fighters are. They're like, the fight that's going on. Like, I don't know. Heavyweights are just always draw attention. I think it's the size and everything, the history and everything. So
everyone loves a good old heavyweight box, don't they?
Well, that's going to get a finish, most times. That's probably why too. You're going to get a knockout most days. Yeah.
He needs to do it. Otherwise, I don't know, like where else he could go. Because I still think that, like, old Bellator's on the. I think, like, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, where it seems to be up for sale, but not like out there, not like out there.
Yeah, it's gone a bit stale as well.
Well, Bellator used to be on the ESPN, like on the Saturday mornings. They don't even show Bellator anymore.
It was on One here. that one channel we get on?
Yeah, One.
Free to air.
Channel
it
One.
Was on
it
that.
was on free to air.
Yeah.
But see what happens there. But sticking with the heavyweights, obviously Jones versus Cyril. What do you reckon? What do you think? Russ, it's hard to say with John Jones, But like I did see a comment, and it's just like, well, if Francis Ngannou out wrestled Cyril Gane with a blown out ACL, what do you think John Jones is going to do to him?
Yeah.
What about ring rust?
Yeah, I know, but like,
I don't
Some
know.
people-
When you're that good, does it? I don't know if it really plays that much of a part. We've seen it with Cruz when he was still in his bit of his prime, end of his prime. Jones
And,
is still young enough.
And you see, like, with what's his name anyway, like John Jones spent half his career on cocaine and the pictograms.
I'm sure he'll be
I
having a
reckon-
bit of it before he goes his next fight too.
I don't know. I reckon Ngannou might have played it smart. Also, even if he doesn't get the boxing fight, because if Jones wins this, he beats Stipe. I reckon he beats Stipe no problem. There's no other, like, Ngannou could just say, I'll come back for one fight for $20 million or something, you know? Like, he can just come back, and that would be the biggest fight. I reckon that, like, it's tough because boxing's pretty big with Fury and him, but I reckon Ngannou versus Jones would probably be one of the biggest fights ever. I reckon it'll be the biggest UFC fight ever.
Imagine, like, just being able to, you were just in a crazy world where, like, John Jones just chases after him. Like,
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, you want to do boxing? I'll come to boxing. I'm not a John Jones fan, but that'd be just wild to see. He's just like, oh yeah, you can go there, are you? Oh, okay, I'll fucking box some heads off.
No, I reckon he's going to come in with his kicks and just start kicking these heavyweights like they haven't been kicked.
Yeah,
You know, not many heavyweights throw question mark kicks and stuff, and
he's
Take
what's
kicks and
his
stuff.
what's his name? Cyril Gane's striking.
He's
Is quite
kickboxer.
similar to
Yeah.
John Jones anyway. I think John Jones is more creative.
yeah, he's way more, exactly, creative. He comes up with better. Cyril Gane's technically just like sound and does his, ones and twos and stuff, and
Yeah, very
Jones will just
technical.
throw something out of nowhere. I reckon he comes in and dominates. I don't know, but it's you're going to have to see a few punches, because if Jones gets clipped a few times, and like even if he wins, but if he gets clipped and it's noticeable that he's affected,
Yeah,
then,
in the heavyweight
someone
division.
like Ngannou, someone like Derek Lewis, even Stipe could connect. It's a different sort of powers. But he says he trains with heavyweights, and he probably has trained with heavyweights most of his career.
His brother is heavyweight anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, both his brothers are huge. So, and he probably wrestles with his other brother. He's massive.
Yeah, John Jones. Again, we'll go into more of that in depth when we get there. When it gets a bit closer, we can actually start seeing some like face-offs and stuff. Because I wouldn't mind seeing like the size difference between like Joe and John.
Well, if it's 6 weeks, we'll have to have. There'll probably be a press conference in the next couple of weeks, surely.
Yeah, that's coming up to Jason's birthday too. So
His 50th.
he's 50th. Did you see Liam Stocker landed at the Saints, Jason?
Stockman.
Yeah. He can't get a game at Carlton, so we pick him up. It's fucking bullshit.
He didn't get a chance at Carlton. He didn't get a chance.
It's hard. It was like he's a small little midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah. I reckon if he gets games, he can add to quality. I reckon he's a gun. He really didn't get a chance. Even with all the injuries Carlton had, for some reason, he'd be injured.
I saw a post today. He's got something to show that he wasn't able to showcase at Carlton. Something different that he brings to the table.
I reckon he can
And
add
I'll-
value.
Like 2 games in and you'd be shit.
Saints got nothing. Saints got nothing to lose. They need to just chuck him in there.
Exactly, yeah. He can't be any worse than their worst player.
That's 22 people, Daniel.
And old,
He's 21.
22, the reserve.
Did any of you guys see old fucking Stringer and Redmond having a bit of a crack at each other?
What was that about?
Season dust up.
The old pre-season dust up. You know it's getting close. Close.
It's because what's his name came out and said he wants to be more aggressive, and they want to have a more aggressive playing style. So I reckon he's gone to Stringer, and he's gone at the wrong guy because Stringer's a fucking loose cannon. he would have just popped off. I guarantee he would have tackled him or would have spoiled or done something to him to just affect the way he was playing, and Stringer just would have cracked the shits.
Yeah.
You don't think it was for the cameras?
Yeah, and that too. That always they got to get a little bit of story going in the preseason, and then come round one. Oh, they were fired up in training. They were going at each other. Oh, and they come out firing, and then 10 goals down, and everyone will be like, "There's shit again." Guarantee it.
Brad Scott's put a bit of fucking dog in him.
Yeah. He's the
No, I just
Lions from old here.
I just think it's funny. I think there's like a preseason dust up every preseason.
But it's always at the clubs that are like down the bottom. You know,
Yeah.
they've got to fire up. I was saying, we're really trying this year, boys.
What's his name? I reached out to Leroy and seeing if he wants to be on, but I got left on red, I think. But I'll try and I'll have a chat with him closer to the footy. We'll try and get him on to have a bit of a chat about Essendon and shit, and see if he wants to. Also get Dad on as well. I think maybe we'll get Dad on the Friday night before the week before the opener, and we'll pick his brain for the year.
Get his tips.
Speaking of tips, we're going to have to move away from the ultimate footy because obviously AFL fucking fantasy bought them out. The dogs.
It's bullshit. It was. There's got to be another format like that.
Yeah, I know. 10 years down the drain.
They said just this year they're getting rid of the categories.
Are they?
So hopefully they bring it back next year. But they said just for 2023.
Yeah, I know.
But still,
yeah, I know. Devastated.
That's 10 years. A decade of doing that.
A decade. I think we started 2013 or something.
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
I know. Never got to win it.
I finished second. That was my best.
I made it to the finals this year for the first time. So we will do a like Gas Bros tipping comp instead, I guess.
Yeah, we'll definitely do tipping. I don't like the fantasy crap, the points.
Yeah,
shit.
no, it's good. Like the point, like having the same team as everyone else.
Yeah. I like the idea of the category. I like contested possessions and shit counting towards your tallies, you know. I like the stats. It's more interesting when you're watching the game too, because you're like, oh, he's got 5 tackles. Oh, you need 2 more tackles to win the game. You know, like the points things like, oh yeah, if he gets 3 more kicks, he'll have 12 more points and blah blah. And fucking yeah.
What's going on with Jason? He's gone into the ghost. He's a ghost.
Yeah, it's becoming dark in this garage.
He looks like the guy of Wolf Creek.
He looked like Dad then too, the ugly kid. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Jason, did you watch the wrestling on the weekend? Daniel was saying that.
I watched Raw.
One sec. Keep going.
You watched Raw?
Yeah, but I didn't get to watch SmackDown because I was too busy with fixing up the monitor and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Daniel was saying something like Roman Reigns had turned on Sammy, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know if
No, I'm going to watch it tonight in bed, I reckon, on the phone.
see what happens?
Yeah. So I can analyze it a bit better.
Yeah, so I watched SmackDown, and Sami Zayn went into they're like all rocked up, and he goes to like fist bump Roman, and Roman just sort of like gives him the cold shoulder.
Yeah, snubbed him off.
Yeah, and then he goes in the room, and he's all like, "Oh, is everything all right?" And Roman cracks it again, kicks him out. But then, Heyman's like in his ear going, it's better off having him on the inside. We'd rather have him than have him on the outside, like hurting us, blah blah blah. So then, obviously, Roman, it's just making it more and more obvious that they're using him, and it's putting that doubt in Sammy's brain. So
but what if
it's just causing the divide?
Here's something for you, Daniel. What if Roman is testing Sami Zayn again because of Kevin Owens' relationship with Sami Zayn? What if he's just testing it?
I don't think. I reckon that they've played that for too long already. It's going to be the downfall. They've been on top for too long. If they keep it going, it gets to a point where they have to get the next generation star to be champion for fucking 7 years. Like it gets to a point where it's like unattainable. So
I'm kind of sick of Roman Reigns being champion now, eh?
Yeah, I think that's why I reckon they'll capitalise on this. Sami.
Yeah, but I don't want Dominic Cruz to win a championship belt either.
Dominic Cruz.
Mysterio.
Oh yeah, the tag teams. You mean for the tag team titles?
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do that. I don't know if Yeah, that's a tough one. But they might just do it quickly, take it, and then next week take it off him or something.
There's only
just to
one
stop
reason
the
why I
streak.
like Judgment Day, and it's not because I want those guys to have belts.
It's the same reason you go to the beach.
Everything circles back to the titties.
No, I don't like the Judgment Day though. I don't
Has
reckon
it-
that
is
they'll stick with
Is
that.
the storyline playing out to the way that I said it, with The Rock being at WrestleMania, or
Not yet. They're leaving it pretty late if he is. Definitely not the way you played it out.
I was waiting for Jason's reaction.
There's a guy I'm watching on TikTok who still believes The Rock's coming back. He's dead set on it, eh?
They got to do it soon. They got to build it up a bit.
But like I said, you'll find out at Royal Rumble, which is soon, eh? I think the next week or so.
Yeah. Couple
Royal
of
Rumble was
weeks,
in February. Might have to have a look at that. Check that out.
So
I think.
Britney Spears news. Any Britney Spears news?
So she was in a restaurant the other night, rambling, carrying on by herself. Clone, I don't know. It's not doing her any favors. Jeez.
no, there's been a few Instagram posts now too. So no, she does that every so often that people think she's dead. She'll come out and do a couple of posts.
Yeah.
What,
And she'll
naked, fully
disappear
naked?
again. I think she's still held against her
She
will.
does those.
Yeah,
Have you
Dad.
seen her dances? She does. She's like, oh. She gets close to camera and she goes, I'm alive. I'm not alive. I'm alive.
Like that TikTok sound. I'm alive. And then I'm dead. And then I'm alive. And then I'm running over here.
Sometimes
said,
maybe
did she
dead,
change it?
sometimes maybe alive.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. I'm Jose Mourinho. She changed it. I seen an article. Did she change her name or something? Did anyone see that?
No.
No, let me. Pretty sure she changed her name. It was just an article. It was probably just some sort of fucking. Just go there. Britney Spears
Well,
fans. River
Andrew
West.
Tate.
Yeah.
Andrew
No.
Tate's been locked up for another 30 days, so they haven't been able to clone him properly.
So the clone
The
failed.
process isn't working.
Yeah. He's got too much masculinity.
Yeah.
Did they? What's his name? Yeah, I see the TikToks and they had like a street full of people outside of the prison and shit. The old song. But like, yeah, Britney Spears isn't cloned because she'd be acting normal, wouldn't she? Talking about Greta Thunberg if she was cloned.
No, that's thinking too small again.
Yeah, well, Kanye West is the clone. Kanye West is the clone now as well. He's gone all quiet, gets married, and goes quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, that's his handler, the woman that is his handler.
Where is he?
He's married now to some Australian girl.
Wasn't she the designer of the Yeezy or something?
I don't know.
Helped design the Yeezy. I think he did it, but like she was around, and now, yeah, obviously Adidas implanted her to marry him.
I don't know when this podcast ever just we're like, oh, let's head towards celebrity gossip.
It's not gossip. You want to get woke, you shill. It was all just this podcast has been a ploy tonight because I just wanted to bring up the fact that I gave Jason a $200 gaming monitor, and I just want the people out there to know that that I did that.
What, you're raking in the money now? You can just give stuff away.
out of the goodness of my heart, and I am the better brother. It was just a ploy that was the whole reason why I did it. I gave it to Jason. I was like, I'm going to do this, and then he's going to think I'm better than Daniel.
And then You paid the price for it last night. You didn't get to play at all.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Jason was McTwisted last night, Brad. Shredded.
Twisted, shredded.
Absolutely on fire.
Oh yeah, I was getting quite a few. Getting quite a few kills for a change. So I was a bit more consistent.
Now that you've got that little setup, you're gonna have to get yourself like a little computer, and get yourself a little microphone, and then you can just sit there and do the podcast. Get yourself.
No, not in front of everyone. I can see why you got rid of that chair, but Daniel. Now I know why you gave it to me.
What?
There's nowhere to rest your arms on the fucking thing.
I think it's got the armrest, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it hurts your fucking elbows after that.
That's not my fault. That's fucking armrests. They're not suitable for you.
The thing is, it's because he never does.
I had the couch cushions to fucking help my elbows.
He's never had to do any hard task work in Daniel, so he never built up that resistance on the elbows,
the
calloused elbows, like us hard-working people do.
12-hour working days.
Yeah.
I work smarter, not harder.
With your little girl elbows, yeah. I forgot now because the callous elbows threw me off. No, was it good? Was it good? Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. I reckon it's great.
Yeah.
And my son loves it too.
What did he do? Just stand there?
No, I was putting the desk together, right? And then I put the monitor and the PlayStation there. And Seth turns around and goes, "Oh, thank you so much, Daddy. This is heaps better." And it's like, it's not for you, Seth.
I'm going to play Minecraft here now.
Yeah.
No, like I think I don't even know if I could get back. What you could probably do, like the only reason it would be to like you have like 2 HDMI cables set up, and so like when you want to play like a nice like open world game or something like that, flick it over to the big TV and play it that way.
Yeah, well, I've got to do something like that because I might just buy another HDMI cable and just lay it at the back of the TV and that because I want to watch my KO and stuff, eh?
Oh, you use your PlayStation to do that?
Yeah, because on the Hisense, it doesn't pick it up properly.
Doesn't pick one up properly.
Like, I can get onto KO, but as soon as I start watching something, it bloody
it's shit.
glitches out.
Yeah, we got the same TV. Yeah, I never use KO on that TV. It's trash.
I think
what's
it's
your
just
name?
KO because I've had the same issue on like Fire Sticks and stuff as well.
Yeah. Go get my Google Chrome from Dad's place.
Building up more debt.
Yeah, fucking this tab, mate.
Did he tell you I gave him some air duster, Daniel?
Some what?
Air duster from work. It's a can of air.
The spray stuff. Yeah.
I gave him.
I literally, right. I haven't taken the PlayStation apart yet and did the fan. I just did the grills at the front, right?
Yeah.
And you should have seen how much shit came out. And literally, I cover my PlayStation every day after I don't use it.
He covers it up.
Yeah. I don't want dust in it.
He covers it up.
My PlayStation looks like brand new.
He covers it up.
I'll take a picture of it and show it with a couple of those face masks that you get.
He thinks it's a Ferrari F50 out in his garage.
He still has the phone for the controllers. He puts the controllers away every night.
Every night he packs it back into the box. Every night he packs it back into the box.
But I got I had an old Bluetooth speaker.
Now. Easy now, child. Yeah, why did you need the speaker for? You use your headset, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said to Daniel, I just like hearing the sound in the background as I'm getting ready. So I've got an old tube Bluetooth speaker, and I connected that up. and it's really fucking loud, eh? It sounds like a normal
PlayStation lobby
fucking...
music is hype music.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'll take a picture of the speaker for you and show you.
You did. You sent it to the group already.
The blue one.
He just hears that battle bus going, grr, grr, and he's like, fucking let's go.
Vanessa, get me a Nelson County.
Or I'll slap you, bitch.
Notice how his voice went quieter for that one, Daniel. He's like, get me
I'll slap you, bitch.
Otherwise, I'll slap you, bitch.
Oh,
She knows. She knows already.
Who's the bitch now?
She's just out there just
They
monitoring
look
Jason.
like someone off of
yeah, it's Jeffrey Dahmer lookalike night.
Eddie Sanchez or something like that. Like, fucking.
Dahmer's been beating Marley around. Look at him.
Tell her to come closer if she wants to have
Put your head in
a chat.
No, I've got makeup on. Nora just did my face.
Are you out there? Do you just watch Jason so he doesn't say anything bad about you?
No, I just come and have a look. I just wanted to have a look what you dickheads are doing. Is this like this? Don't put this on.
Oh,
It's on
like,
YouTube.
Oh,
We're going live.
we're leaving it in.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, it's just that guy off of the news anchor. Fuck it, we're doing it live. Go, we're doing it live.
What's wrong with the teleprompter? Fuck it, we're doing it live. I said I'm doing it live. And he's putting
Now,
his jacket on.
tonight when I'm laying in bed, I'm going to look that up because I have to watch it every night.
What's his name did it? I watched a TikTok on it the other day because someone put it up, the comparison between, because Stewie Griffin did it on Family Guy too. And he did it side by side. And he's like, fuck it, we're doing it live. I said we're doing it live. All right. Yeah, let's just wrap it up there. That was you, Jason, you got a quote for us tonight or what?
Yeah, it's because everyone's going on about toxic masculinity. It's a very serious one tonight.
Oh, hang on, let me just...
Where have you been, Jason? That's all we've heard about for 3 years.
Yeah.
All right. Bringing up this new topic, guys. Controversial.
Don't kill my vibe, Daniel. All right.
Have you guys heard of this? It's pretty controversial. Toxic masculinity. Anyway, all right, Daniel. Let's calm the floor. It's a serious matter.
Wait a second. I just need a second to remember it.
Give it a second. Okay, it needs to remember it apparently.
Yeah, fuck. I've just forgotten it. I've got a mental blank.
It's more than one line and you've forgotten it.
All right, you ready? Are you ready?
Okay.
Become the man you want your son to be.
That's got nothing to do with toxic masculinity.
He's like, become a woman basher.
Yes, it does. You can still be a man. That's what that means. You can still be a man.
I'm racist as fuck.
Be the man that your son wants to be. And I want him to be racist. It's actually pretty good advice, Jason. Like, take the toxic masculinity out of it. It just means be a good bloke. That's pretty much all it means. Be a good bloke. Don't need a quote on that one.
It means you were a
It's
shit
a nice,
bloke.
easy one, all right? It's just a nice...
It means you're a shit bloke. Because it's saying be the man you want. So you're not already that man, Jason. Is that what you're saying?
I am. I'm not the one that's just had a little boy. Someone in this group has just had a son, so
He's 7 months ago. Recently. Yeah, and I want him to be I want him to be a fuck up. No. Right. If you go to let's just do what we need to do. Jason, earn your money. Where do people go? What do people do? You've done this long enough now. So what do we do? What do we do at the end about the pipes?
You have to go to the pipes and subscribe. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. All three of us are there.
Very good. All the pipes, Instagram. You're forgetting one. You got to go to the link. One link to rule them all. That's on the Instagram, and that takes you through to all of it.
Oh, well, when's the last time you said that? Fuck it.
I forget. It's because the last few, you blokes, the gusto was right down. This episode, gusto sky high. It must be Daniel's shirt.
Is he trying to hide the fact that he doesn't have a Gaspro shirt on? So he puts a shirt like that on, so we don't talk about it. But we know, Daniel. We know.
Speaking of which, go to whenever you're hearing this, if you haven't seen it already, head to the Instagram, Gas Bros Podcast. You'll see the OG Gas Daddy Lane Mippy himself has got himself a Gas Bro shirt. And I had Bree look through all the shirts. She even put up a couple of new designs for the ladies. So it's like a pink, like different color pink shirts with black logos. And she said, she touched up all the other ones because I had sort of like left it off center. So they went through and fixed it all up for us. So they're looking schmick, and it's a good time to go grab your shirt, support the podcast. We've still got the Patreon. So thanks to who's the other one? Who's the other Patreon there, Daniel?
Who?
You?
Aaron Fleming.
Oh, Flemdog.
And he literally, every time we put something up, he's the first to it's either out of him or Lane is the first ones to do anything in the group, and you've forgotten the poor bloke's name. I'll say it again if you want. I think I've seen him stream a lot. So, Da Tech Guy on Twitch, if you want to see Aaron Fleming support people that support us, anything like that. Lane's missus has got a little business as well going off at the moment. Give me 2 seconds. I don't want to stuff the name up. I'll chuck it out. Real Intuitive. Check that out on Instagram. Real Intuitive. She does like Reiki healing and stuff like that. I'm not getting anything for it, but I just want to help out. Jason doesn't know what to do with his hands. All right. Yeah. All the pipes. We'll see you probably next Friday. We'll probably do it again. Daniel, what's your ad, man? Show us what your ad. What is it? Jason is the legendary gamer, or just the legend?
The dad, the gamer legend.
The
daddy legend.
I'm going to send it all to you for next week. All right, I will take.
Yeah, I need to actually do. I've got the Gas Bros studio.
Mercy legend, Dad.
I've got the Gas Bros studio one where I share people's stuff and all that sort of stuff. So I'll do that through there. Hello. All right, and we'll leave it there. So let's go. Leave it on a bang. Let's get a big see ya from Daniel.
So,
and I will talk to you next week. Peace. Oh, actually, this is the one. Peace.
Jason's